My name is Lady Fielakepa. I come from the Pacific Island, Tonga, or otherwise called the Friendly Islands. And I am here, I've been invited to help identify the articles that Miss Muriel Snell donated to the museum. First, the Tapa, or the ngatu, because that's the most important artifact that we have in Tonga for traditional obligation and in any part of our celebrations. The birth of a child, the birthdays, the weddings, the death. It's always the tapa cloth that is required. In comparison with the modern ones that people have done, this is more of a better quality than it is now today. And not only that, but it's the designs that are, or the traditional stencils, or the designs that are on the piece of tapa. We will use it as a blanket, we will use it as a mattress, we will use it as a garment to wrap around for dancing, for births, we use it for celebrations, birthdays, and at the end of my life I will be wrapped up with a piece of tapa around my body before the burial. And that is the use of tapa in the Tongan culture. The second item that I have chosen because of the importance of tapa, one, and the importance of weaving. This is traditional also, the weaving from the pendanas. The pendanas is called the screw pine in English, and there are 12 different kinds in Tonga. And those 12 different kinds give you 12 or more than 12 different mats that we use for our cultural obligations or traditions. And this is the most, the hardest pendanas to process, because it's the only one that after all the processes with all the other pendanas that you boil and you split the upper layer from the bottom layer, and you take the upper layer, which is the shiny one, and you bleach it in the sea for 1 week or 1.5 weeks. That makes it white and shiny. And that's the hardest pendana. So I've chosen that because it's one of the more prized mats. Not the most prized, but one of the prized mats because of the difficulty in processing of it. The handicrafts that are now or have been made since World War II, the trays, the table mats, the varieties of baskets, purses, even fans are all tourist driven. And even a purse. This is for tourists. There are small seeds that goes in between the shells. This is made of cowrie shells. And in between the rows of cowrie shells, there's a little white or sometimes black or brown beads, which are seeds from a rush kind of plant, like the wheat, the corn, and these are the seeds of that plant. And it's disappearing. When I was young, there was a lot of these. We used to play with it. We used to thread necklaces. But I've noticed that it is disappearing. The cowrie shells are also very rare to find. So we should be aware that a lot of our living things are disappearing. But many of the people are not aware of that. So what's happening to our environment? And this is a tourist-driven article for tourists to buy and for the maker to earn some money for their living. And that's what I try to do back home, is to try and get the people to prize or to see the importance of doing it the old way rather than the new way. To work with our young ones and instruct them of our traditional artifacts or handicraft so that it doesn't die out. And they should feel it's part of them. For that to disappear, then what are we in this world with no identity of what we are?